Am I loud enough? Mikey, are you picking me up? I think you are. Hey there, what's up? Not doing that this time. What's up, beautiful people? Gerard here, and today I want to try to answer this million-dollar question. What language does a Malaysian think in? You ready for this? Let's go. To start, I have to say that is a very good question to ask a Malaysian in particular, because we speak multiple languages. But what language, what single language do we think in? I cannot say for anybody else, but I can tell you my part, my story. So let's get into it. To answer the questions, you guys must first know a few things about Malaysians. Firstly, we live in an environment that requires us to learn a few languages. And the thing is, these few languages are very, very different. And the schools, and I'm talking about primary schools, the schools here, they are state schools and they are partially funded state schools. Let's just call it half state schools, so they are state schools and half state schools. We head to the half state schools because the fully funded state schools only teach you the national language, Malay, and the international language, English. Whereas the half-state school, depending on which one you go to, either teach you an extra Chinese subject or it's not a subject, it's a language. Indian, Tamil. And the fact that these schools are still here today is an interesting story to tell on another day. Our ancestors fought real hard to preserve every last bit of our Chinese culture in a foreign land. In some cases, we even did it better than China themselves. Cultural revolution. Sorry about the history lesson, but it is necessary. Oh, and by we Chinese, I really meant Malaysian Chinese, not Chinese Chinese. It is quite different. Okay, back to another bit of history. But this time, not on the country, but on me. Yippee! Well, that's gonna be fun. So, my roots are from Guangdong, China. If you count from my mother's side, I am the currently 4th generation of immigrants. If you count from my dad's side, I'm the 3rd. So in summary, I am the 3.5. I grew up speaking Cantonese, the Jackie Chan language, if you will. So when it comes time when we headed to our half-state primary school, we were only allowed to speak in Malay, English, and Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. But wait, where's my Cantonese? If you watch my videos, you might be able to tell that I am a little bit talkative. Just a little bit. But that's enough to cause a problem. And in Asia, causing problems in schools would lead to only teachers giving you the whip. I just said whip. People laugh at me when I say white. We call it rotan or tongtiao, tangtiu. Oh wait, I just realized I don't know that word in English. Let me Google it.
Fujijo.
What?
Fujijo.
What the is that? Fujijo. Fujio? Fujiyo? Fujiho? Fujijo. You know what? Never mind that. I am not gonna learn that English word. I'm gonna avoid that altogether. I'm gonna substitute it with any other language. And now that's why Malaysians can't complete one sentence in one single freaking language. So, to solve this so-called problem, my mom came up with a strategy. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, my mom is Chinese educated, my dad English. So, I was 7 years old, and my mom was like, it came up with this idea that here's what she said. If you don't speak to me in Chinese, I will not reply you. Wait, what? Me? You serious? I still need to talk to you, me? I know it sounds a little emphasized, but that really did happen. And that's how I learned my spoken Chinese in a year. And at 8 years old, my dad was like, wait, that works? That's not a bad strategy. You know what, son? What, ba? if you no speak to me in English. Hell no! 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 Toughest 2 years of my childhood. But you know what they say. You thank your parents when you grow up. And I do. Thanks Ba, thanks me. I love you guys. Thank you so much for doing that. I am not struggling anymore. I love my multilingual culture. So, up till now, I've gathered 3 languages under my belt. 2.5 really. They say Cantonese is a dialect. So which language do I use when I'm thinking? Well, that answer actually has something to do with Elvis Presley. Wait, what? Yeah, Elvis Presley. See, when I was 9, my dad bought me my first ever album. It was the Elvis Presley #1 hits. I fell in love. I can't even tell you how much Elvis Presley has changed my life. I learned up every single song in the album and I was giving out concerts every freaking night. In my showers. I've had a couple of complaints over the years, but nothing serious. And because I spent so much time learning up his songs, I started doing everything in English. I started reading books in English. I started reading by Enid Blyton. Did I butcher her name? How do you pronounce Enid Blyton?
That's pronounced Enid Blyton.
So, I'm close. I thought Google was the way. I read a lot of her books and then later I got into Harry Potter and that's why... Shit, what did I do? I read Twilight. Only the first one though. What did I do? Let's talk about movies instead. And then I started watching movies in English. My dad bought me my first Bond movie back when I was 9. It was Die Another Day. Pierce Brosnan. Even though later I learned that everybody didn't like that movie, I loved that movie when I was young. I always wanted to like paraglide on it. You know what I'm doing, right? Jumping off an iceberg and just... Is that paragliding? Is this called parasurfing? Parasurfing on the ocean. And music, I listen to everything English, mostly rock and roll. I got into Chinese music eventually because China. My dad later went on to buy me a second album. It was the Yellow Submarine. Oh, Yellow Submarine. Oh, Yellow Submarine. By the way, that song was not written by Ringo Starr. My mom later sensed that something was not right. Something was not going the direction she wanted to. She went out and bought me a Beyond album, a Hong Kong band. One of the biggest rock bands in the East, actually. And I like them very much. I sing their songs all the time. But there is a difference between liking and loving. So after I tell you about Elvis Presley, so I'm quite sure you know the answer. When it comes to serious matters, I think in English. But it's very weird because even though I'm thinking in English, I can't speak as fluently in English than I do in Chinese. But I think in English and I speak fluently in Chinese. When it comes to romantic stuff, I think and speak in Chinese because my girlfriend loves some Taiwanese drama back in the day and I just watch with her. But when I get into fights, I turn on my primitive mode and that is, I get back to Cantonese fire truckers. 咩？忙咩忙？打交啊？你真係打？冇，對唔住，唔好意思。You do know that I'm talking about verbal fights, right? Not the real fight. I can't do martial arts. No. Whew. That was a tad bit longer than I expected of an answer. I have a friend who asked me this question a few years ago and I didn't have the answer to it then and there. I did a lot of thinking and I think I have the answer now. Like, I really thought about it. What? Oh, shut up! Thanks. They're working. I'm working too! Damn it, I'm gonna do a time-lapse of them working. We interrupt this program with a time-lapse. Because I can. I give up on waiting. If you like this video, hit the like button. Smash it if that's your thing. I'm not Peter McKinnon, I'm not gonna say that. Smudge it, caress it, and please don't kiss it, still don't kiss it. You can hug it, come in. Aww. And don't forget to give some love to that red rectangular mess that is the subscribe button, and also ring the bell. I promise you, good stuff will come. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye. God damn it! I got men working here, I got a duck farm under that roof, and I got a pig and chicken farm under that roof. If this audio comes out as shit, I'm so sorry guys, I'm so sorry.